talking your shit, then I'm busting your lip. I am a vibe, I'm a wavy little bitch. Fuck what you think, bitch, your hair look like shit. I don't got time, I'm like. What's poppin', clown ladies? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Dream, and I'm back again with another video. If you couldn't tell by the title, we finna be speaking about how my ex-boyfriend of 4 years cheated on me with one of my supporters. Yes, bitch, you heard it right. Before we get into the video, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications on just to make sure that you are notified of every single time I post. Without any other further ado, we finna get right into this shit. I'm gonna start from the very beginning. Me and this dude met in New Orleans like 4 years ago. I moved from over here in Atlanta to New Orleans like my senior year. So I did senior year of high school. I did my senior year in high school out there. We had met like literally right when I moved or some shit. But we weren't about to date or fucking around or nothing like that at the beginning. It was just all fun and games. And this dude starts getting attached or whatever. And he just starts getting obsessed. Like, I'm talking about like this boy got to a point where it's just, I knew he loved me. Like, but me, I wasn't completely into him. Like when I first started talking to him, I was just like Josing literally. And he knew that. I always let it be known that I wasn't trying to get in a relationship. I was just vibing, you know, I had just moved states and shit like that, so I was just trying to really just cool it. All of this was literally before I even blew up on social media or I had like any type of following on anything. Like, I don't even think I didn't even have a YouTube channel back then, so yeah. And I did start my YouTube channel in New Orleans, but that's another story for another day. So fast forward a little bit of time, I end up like fucking with him and I'm like, okay, I like this nigga. I end up, you know, liking him for real. So now we in an actual relationship type shit. And our relationship was great. Like, he was loving, he was caring, he gave a fuck, like he took care of me. Like, he didn't have to do none of the shit that he did. Up until this day, when I make it, that's one of the people that, even if we're not talking anymore, like, I'm still gonna go back and give to that nigga. I always say that because he stood down when nobody else was down. I'm talking about, I wasn't talking to my parents, I wasn't talking to my sisters, I didn't, no family, nothing. Like, it was just me, completely, finito. Just that, me and him. It didn't have to be me and him, it could have just been me, but he literally, like, took on that responsibility. So I have much respect for him. Like, if you're watching this, you know. You fucking know, my nigga. Yeah, that's one of the people that I really would go back. Not would, but will. Because I am going to make it. Dream is happening this year, matter of fact. So even though that nigga did me dirty as fuck. When I make it, just know one of the things about Dream, I'm giving the fuck back. Like, I am giving back. I'm giving back. Especially like people that was there that didn't have to be there, people that showed me their actual colors when I needed them to show me their true colors. Like, I'm just gonna act accordingly with everything. I thank God that he was there for me at those times because it was just very difficult years, like super difficult. We got past them together. You know, we were just a little bit toxic. Like, let me just get into the story because this is how our whole 4-year relationship crumbled, because of my social media and my goddamn followers getting at him and him being a dumbass and falling for it. Like, one of the things about me, like one of the things that I crave the most is like loving and caring. I don't know. And he literally, like, that's all he showed me at the beginning. So like, I literally got attached to him and I was just a sucker for all that. Really. Fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga stuck, like, that nigga was down. I can't say nothing else, but that nigga was down. Like, while I was dancing, that nigga was down. While I was down, that nigga was down. While, like, that's a real ass nigga. Except the part that I'm finna tell y'all right now. Y'all know I blew up on YouTube because I used to be a dancer or whatever at the strip club, and I blew up off of a video that I posted. It was like a stripper vlog, and it had hit like, what, 2 mil or some shit like that. I ended up having to delete it because the club told me to delete it, but it doesn't matter. The subscribers still kept coming in. Like, people were still recommending me. My IG was still blowing the fuck up. So in the midst of me blowing up, I'm already thinking ahead. I'm like, okay, good. So like, what the fuck can I do with this? Like, I know people like YouTube couples. I know people like to see things with couples. Like, this nigga got a good personality for YouTube. And he always used to be like, yeah, like, let's do YouTube together. But I used to drag because I really didn't want to be seen on camera with another nigga. I don't know why. Like, I was just in my head with that one because I really could have just made that shit go. And we probably... I'm not going to say that. I don't know, like it probably could have saved our relationship, I'm not gonna lie. But then again, everything happens for a reason, and God don't do nothing for nothing. So this was a dude that he wasn't into the social media things. Like, he didn't have much following. He wasn't into posting pictures, none of that. He was just hardcore into cars, like drag racing. We would do shit like that in New Orleans. You know, go on a boat on some shit, go to the lake. I don't know, some shit like that. He wasn't like a social media nigga, if that makes sense. However, he did use Snapchat. So what did I do? I took it upon myself and I was like, you know what? Like, while I'm blowing up, I want to blow this nigga up too, because then we could, like, actually start a YouTube channel. And I want him to have, like, his own little following too, like, of bitches that want him. Like, I want bitches to thirst over this nigga. Like, so we can become, like, you know, I'm thinking, like, ahead, like, super ahead. I'm thinking, like, we both finna have a fan base. Like, we both finna do this shit. We about to get on. And dumb bitch. Little did I know. Dumb bitch. Stupid ass bitch. Little did I know that this nigga was gonna be as dumb as falling for the fucking bitches that were thirsting over him. I just kept giving this nigga shout outs on my Snapchat and on my Instagram and on my YouTube. I would always tag his shit, like, just so his shit could go up while my shit is going up. So we could go up together type shit. Sure enough, you know, he does start to get like a small little fan base. Nothing too big, nothing too major, but like bitches are starting to add him and shit like that. And like on Snapchat and on Instagram, and are starting to like snap him saying shit or like sliding up on his story or whatever. And it's perfect because in my head, I'm like, this nigga's obsessed with me. This nigga loves me. This nigga cares for me. This nigga, like, he'll never do no stupid shit like that. Like, in my head, I'm thinking like, this is business. We're both gonna work and we're both gonna get it. No, ma'am. So this is how dreams start to get crazy in the head up until this day. This relationship really impacted me. This 4-year relationship really impacted me majorly. Like, in the way I do things or like certain ways I might think. It impacted the person I am today. One day, I just started feeling some shit in my chest. I don't even know what happened. It was out the blue. And it was really because he was already moving weird for like 2 or 3 days. I don't really know. Like, this bitch from work would text him or whatever, and I would always go up the walls because the way she would text him in wasn't in a friendly way. Like, I know y'all niggas got something else going on. Like, nobody's dumb. And then this nigga would never try to show me the phone and shit like that. This is before I even ever started spazzing in my life or anything like that. This is the nigga that made me start spazzing. Because before him, I'm not going to say I didn't give a fuck, but like, don't judge me when I say this. Like, if my nigga cheated on me, I didn't give a fuck. It's like, as long as he still chose me, with me, this was back in high school. As long as he still was dating me, I didn't care if my nigga was fucking another bitch or like kissing another bitch or like, I know it's weird, but it was more of a, like, I was scared to lose my boyfriend. I don't know. It's very weird. But after this 4-year relationship, everything changed. Like, niggas started going up the walls. Like, shit started to bother me. The lies, the insults, the disrespect, bitch, the mental abuse. Everything. It all played a part in who Dream is today. Sorry, this nigga used to work at a plant. And he used to do 12-hour shifts. I'm talking about from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Either or. It didn't matter. So I was locked up in our apartment all day. Literally, like, doing YouTube, doing Instagram. This is literally how Dream happened. Like, I was isolated. I didn't have no friends. I didn't have no job because my job was social media. I was not able to afford my side of the rent and, like, all my shit by just getting money off of social media. I didn't dance, I didn't do none of that. I didn't have a car, none of that shit. Every time that nigga came home, it's like I was an excited ass dog. Like, oh my God, like, there's finally some type of interaction. Like, it's not just me in these 4 walls. Like, nigga damn near went fucking crazy in that bitch. But I swear to God, that's how Dream happened. Like, if y'all ever isolate, bitch, isolate. You'll make it happen for yourself. Like, you got nothing but time, nothing but ideas, nothing but, bitch, productivity. Like, in other words, Dream was really a product of my distraction from depression, if that makes sense. I think I went to work one night at like 6 p.m. and in the midst of him leaving, I just decided, I'm like, hey, well, I'm just gonna get on my MacBook and I am going to hack his shit. I don't even know how the fuck I figured out the password, but I got into his email, I got into his Snapchat, I got into his Instagram, bitch. And I just started going through it. I started going through it. I started seeing shit that I shouldn't have been seeing. Started seeing girls, you know, like I was expecting to see the girls sliding up on him and shit like that, but I wasn't expecting to see him actually entertaining these bitches. One of the bitches, Amanda, are you still one of my subscribers? Amanda, girl, how are you? I still remember you. Yes. And I started going through his Snapchat basically, and I started seeing like the last saved messages between them, which were like from the prior night, literally at like 1 a.m. This nigga like slid up on one of her posts on Snapchat and was like, yeah, like, what's your OnlyFans? Not OnlyFans, but like, your, at the time it was like a private snap. I don't know if y'all remember that. So like a premium, I think that's what it was called. It was a premium snap. So he swiped up on her shit and was like, oh yeah, what's your premium? Because she was already promoting it. She was like, yeah, swipe up for the link. Swipe up and ask me for the link. So that nigga, dumbass nigga, swiped up and asked for the fucking link. And I seen that was already saved. And she asked him how old was he, and he was 24 at the time. So he said that. And after that, there was no link saved, but I'm pretty sure the bitch ended up sending him the link. He swore up and down he never bought it, but I know the fuck he did, cause bitch. Ooh. And then I just this is when I really, like, my heart started to beat fast. My rage started to come up my chest. Bitch, I started to sweat. Bitch, I am boiling at this point. Like, I seen a picture of this bitch, like, halfway naked. This nigga putting heart eyes and the little Slavi emoji. Like, bitch, just... I don't even know. And let me continue. The remaining of the conversation was him planning to go to Miami to go buy his Mustang 5.0. The bitch lived in Miami. So he planned to go to Miami to go purchase his car. And in the midst of him purchasing his car, he was gonna go see that hoe. Yes, he was gonna go see that hoe. And bitch, you got me fucked up, bitch. Cute. We're gonna keep it cute. We're gonna keep it cute. Cute, cute. And the bitch trying to be down so bad. Like, she is one of my subscribers, one of my followers on Instagram, one of my supporters. Like, and this hoe is agreeing with him. Like, yes, I want to see you. Yes, I'll fucking suck. Yes, I'll, like, saying all types of extra shit to this nigga. But yet you're one of my subscribers. You followed my boyfriend because I gave that nigga a shout out. It be them hoes like that. Y'all bitches. How you know that nigga got a bitch and you still managed to fuck with that? Do you not think that nigga's gonna do the same shit to you? When y'all are together, are you dumb? Or did you just wanna fuck? Cause there was no way. We lived in New Orleans and that bitch lived in Miami. So how was it gonna work? It wasn't. It simply wasn't. And absolutely for no money. I already know for no money because that nigga did not have that type of money. That nigga was struggling to get the Mustang back then. I don't know how he doing now, but back then, I know you wasn't gonna get no money if you fucked them or sucked them. So, bitch, you was doing this shit for free. And he wasn't even popping. I wasn't even popping myself. I'm still not popping, but... You know what I'm saying? And so, bitch, from that point on, I'm not going to say, like, I broke up with him right then and there because it was a relationship of 4 years and niggas had, like, 2 cats together and shit. Like, it was a lot to just let go. Like, a whole life built up together and shit. It was a lot. I called him, and then I remember waiting the 12 hours till he got to the house to spaz on that nigga. Like, I literally did not... I don't even think I slept. I slept, like, 2 hours or some shit. During that 12-hour shift that he had, from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., I only slept 2 hours. And waited till that nigga got home and then spazzed the fuck out on that nigga. Like, I literally, like, it was the worst. Like, I think that's the day I got this shit right here. Because we had a terrible-ass altercation. I was on a fucking... We're not going to talk about all that, but that sure is the day that I got this shit. Yep. After all of this, obviously, I ended up forgiving him. But I forgave him without forgiving him because I was looking over his shoulder for the remaining of the relationship. I would always ask for his phone. I will always be asking him questions. I would literally, remember how I told you I didn't have a car? So I would literally Uber my happy ass to his job at 6 a.m. right when he would leave and tell me, oh yeah, babe, I made it to work. I would Uber my ass to his job just to make sure that he was at work and then Uber my happy ass back to the crib. Like, on some crazy shit. Like I don't, like, if I have to act any way like this, that's why the little situation, like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to fuck with it. I don't want to deal with it. Like, if you on them type games, stay away from me. Because I'm going to end up going to jail. God forbid. can't deal with emotions like that. Like that, you taking away my peace of mind and shit, and like hurting my feelings like to the core. Like when my feelings get hurt, fuck whatever the fuck I be saying. But when my feelings get hurt, bitch, I'ma hurt. Like, bitch, I'm a baby gangster. Like, I'm the hardest crybaby you ever met. I don't give a fuck. Especially like if I care for you and love you like hard, and you do some like foul ass shit to me, it's like it hurts me extremely. Like, feels like you're like taking my breath away type shit. I don't even know. It's a terrible feeling. And yeah, for the remaining of the relationship, I was literally checking over his shoulder, and it got to the point where we just was not connecting anymore in any way, like mental, physical, sexual, nothing. Like it was just pretty much over. So I remember coming to visit Georgia. I left all my shit in New Orleans. I was only coming here to visit for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, my shit was a round trip. I was supposed to fly my ass back to New Orleans. Never happened. I ended up just staying in Atlanta by the grace of God, and I never looked back. I didn't give a fuck. I left all my clothes there, everything I owned over there. Left that nigga over there with them hoes. I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt me a lot, but at one point you gotta start choosing yourself over what you love, because you're just gonna keep getting fucked up over and over and over and over. They are only gonna continue doing what you allow them to do. They're gonna go as far as you let them. And that nigga was gonna continue going super bitch buku far. And bitch, you had me fucked up. I couldn't do it. So I had to finito. Adios. Hasta luego. Se acabó. It's over. It's done. But after him, my guard just went like this. I turned into a crazy bitch. I don't trust anything that comes out of anybody's mouth. I don't believe anything. Everything's a lie. Everything's a facade. People are two-faced. Like those are traits that I have that I am continuing to get better and better as the days keep going, because I am a work in progress at the end of the day, just like every motherfucker in this bitch. Yeah, I just don't want a nigga. I can't have a nigga. Like dating wise, like I'll joke a little bit here and there and entertain a little bit here and there, but I can't be committed to a relationship, because I'm scared that the nigga's gonna be doing something behind my back. And bitch, when I care, I care. Like if we're in a relationship, I love you and I obviously care for you. So obviously if you're cheating, or if you talking to bitches behind my back, or you doing shit that you're not supposed to, I'm gonna go up the walls. I'm gonna give a fuck. It's gonna upset me. It's gonna make me angry and sad and whatever the fuck. Like, that's why it's best to just not date. You just entertain people. You don't get attached. What my concern is just getting this career together, and then I can worry about everything else later. Fuck a nigga, like literally. I am trying to get up to the top and never stop. You dig? The only person that's gonna give that to me at the end of the day is me. Not a nigga, not no manager, not no label, not nothing. It's me and my work ethic. So, yes. Fuck it. Alright, y'all. If y'all like my story times, then make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below if y'all want to hear more stories, because y'all know I got buku stories about my whole life. My whole life is a movie. Goddamn. Let me know. I love you guys so much, and I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye. I walk with a limp, bitch, you look at my hip. You talking your shit, then I'm busting your lip. I am a vibe, I'm a wavy little bitch. Fuck what you think, bitch, your hair look like shit.